All right, well, let's get into the dailies that we have for today very quickly. I want to go to the Finder newspaper. Again, the graphic is not around. Oh, I wonder. Right, so the Finder newspaper, we have work done to mitigate impact of flooding in hotspots. Asen Subachi speaking. 12 workers to embark on industrial action. We have Yoko seizes 95 luxury cars suspected to be stolen. We have 2023 BCE starts on August 7. This is coming from WAEC. And work begins on vaccine factory. It has 600 million vaccine doses a year capacity. Wow. Okay. That's good news.
Right, I'm moving on to the Ghanaian Times. Flood mitigation efforts, government to halt encroachment on water bodies nationwide. Housing Ministry, National Security, join forces to deal with growing menace. Now, President cut sword for €5 million vaccine manufacturing factory at mid-year. $132 million needed to fight HIV annually in Ghana. This is attributed to Dr. Chahine. Consider increasing concessional financing to Africa. Bank of Ghana urges IMF. And to a developing story, something that reported on earlier. Woman 35 grabbed at Kotoka International Airport, KIA, over alleged smuggling of over $309,000 cocaine.
All right, the Chronicle has these headlines. President to commission 312 housing units for police. We also have $122 million vaccine factory for Accra. 785 buildings to go down at Chado to prevent floods. 785 buildings. Wow. Okay. I hope it's not one of those Ramsar side stories where we say we're going to do demolition and then
you break the walls and then
we
they
go
tell
and
you
break
that
fence
you
walls
stop
and then
it.
that's the end of the demolition. All right. Coup trial. Adawudu exchanges heated words with judges. All right, and the scripture for today, a soft answer turns away wrath, but harsh words stir up anger. This is Proverbs chapter 15, verse 1.
And now the Republic Press. GWCL, that is Ghana Water Company Limited, boils again as staff reject new DMD. So they say they do not want the new Deputy Managing Director in charge of Finance and Administration because they believe
He's not an accountant.
Yeah, and it's been imposed on them by the government, and so they are fighting his appointment. Ghana to get vaccine manufacturing plant as Akufo-Addo cuts sword. Ken Durr's colleague aspirant promises cash splash in presidential race. Is that what it's all about?
I know, right?
I think you should be challenging yourselves to ideas and how you can make that happen. Splashing of cash. Anyway.
All right.
Kenyan national in Jerry Mary arrested for smuggling cocaine into Ghana. So that was something we mentioned earlier. Now in the Central Region, Assemblyman son allegedly assault 19-year-old boy over cutlass ownership. Anyway, government must cancel free SHS and resort to effective scholarship scheme. This is an educationist speaking.
All right. The Informer has these headlines. Let me take the big one. Dufour invades central western regions after excellent tour of north, northeast, and Savannah. These and other headlines on the front page of the Informer.
Now moving on to the new crusading guide, Ghana to get vaccine manufacturing plant. President Akufo-Addo cuts sword for commencement. President commissions 312,000 units for police today. A beautiful one. IGP engages NPP and DC leadership over tension on political front. And he says that do your work, let's do ours. Yeah. Now, Lands Commission, AWMA, hold before Housing Minister. Senya Breku Asafo companies go wild on Omanhene, and Amanase residents fear over allegation of corpse skeletons in palace.
All right. So the custodian has these headlines here. I'll just read a couple of them. So the story on the vaccine plant being sword is being cut is there. And then we also have Akufo-Addo opens 312 housing units for police today. So it shows some beautiful pictures of some apartment buildings and those the new police housing units. It's on the front page of the custodian. So that those and other headlines on the front page of the Custodian.
And to the new publisher, IGP tells NDC and PP, keep police out of your politics. We'll come to the photograph of the chairman of the various political parties, the two political parties, with the IGP, Dr. Dampare, in the middle. 122 million US dollar vaccine plan takes off in Accra. Report yourself to IOCO if your vehicle is in this list of 95. So just go through, grab a copy of the new publisher, or probably go online and check and do the needful. Go to IOCO if you find your vehicle in the list of 95.
Yep. Let me give you the big one from the BNFT. Major step towards vaccine production as President Kat sought for 600 million unit capacity facility. And so those and other headlines on the front page of the BNFT. Let's go and do some sports stories. Don't go anywhere. Sports is next. All right, so on sports today, we have the Bet Power Ghana Premier League. We also have the UEFA Champions League quarterfinals, and we have, and those are the stories that we have for you today. So let's start with the Bet Power Ghana Premier League. Now, Accra Great Olympics will be playing the rest of their home matches in the Bet Power Ghana Premier League at the Red Bull Arena in Sogakope. Now, the move was made official after the competitions department of the Ghana FA approved the switch for Olympics this week. Now, the Olympics cited the increasing financial burden of playing in Accra as a reason for the switch. Now, at the start of the current season, Accra Olympics registered the Accra Sports Stadium and the Red Bull Arena as their main and alternative home match venues. They have now chosen Sogakope as their new home for the rest of the season. Now, in UEFA Champions League quarterfinals, Real Madrid made it through to the semi-finals after beating Chelsea 2-0 once again at Stamford Bridge on Tuesday evening, and they walk away with an aggregate of 4-0. Now, after a goalless first half that saw Chelsea looking very right, they fell behind to a Rodrigo goal on the break in the 58th minute and conceded a second in the 80th minute. Now, in the other quarterfinal, AC Milan made it past Napoli 2-1 on aggregate after drawing 1-1 in the second leg. Now, Olivier Giroud missed a penalty in the 22nd minute, but found the net in the 43rd to increase Milan's 1-0 lead from the first leg. Now, Victor Osimhen scored in the 93rd minute, but it was too late to save Napoli from exiting. We also have, on Wednesday, Bayern Munich welcomes Manchester City to the Allianz Arena. Now, the Germans are hoping to overturn a 3-0 first leg loss, and manager Thomas Tuchel says they will have to give their all if they will have a chance of making it to the last four. Now, Manchester City are hoping to see the tie through with their first leg result, and they welcomed back Phil Foden into training after having appendicitis, and it's very unlikely that he will feature in the tie, though. Now, the other quarterfinals will see Inter Milan welcome Benfica to the San Siro, with Inter leading 2-0 from the first leg.
Now, the Bayern Munich, how do they expect to overturn it? Are they going to use their hands to carry the thing and turn it around?
No, so...
What kind of imperialism is that?
No, it's like hoping for magic.
Well, I mean, ask for hopes you can. Ask for wishes. They are free. By the end of the day, we will see. No, the match is today.
Yes, it is today.
Anyway.
All right, so that's it for sports. Don't go anywhere.